A good, bad day. This morning I left my house and blew a tire out. Certainly not the way I want to start my morning. To make things, I suppose, more complicated and more challenging, the tire was rusted on there. So after I jacked it up, got the lug nuts off, I couldn't actually get the tire off itself. It was stuck in there. So ended up having to call AAA. Waited 2 hours for a tow truck. Tow truck would not basically had a policy of not allowing passengers like that. That was the company's thing. I still don't understand that, but so I had to get a secondary ride behind the tow truck to follow the car to a tire shop where I had to have a new set of tires basically put on. Yeah, so not the best way to start the morning for sure. But as you can see in this video here, I took advantage of the time. I took advantage of the fact that, hey, yep, at the tire shop. So I brought my laptop out and started cranking out some words while I waited for my car to be worked on. Surprisingly, got a relatively nice session. Relatively nice session was done. I was very surprised actually how good some of that prose actually came out. It was quite distracting, very bit loud, a bit noisy, but I still ended up getting some prose done that actually was not too bad. So that's what happened this morning, and yeah, I ended up breaking through it. In this process, you're going to encounter these days, especially if your goal is to write every day. They're going to be, life doesn't suddenly become easy because you decide you want to write every day. There are plenty of days that are good, and plenty of days that are going to be obviously really, really bad though too. And certain days are going to present more of a challenge than others to certain scenarios. That is just what it is. Okay. Good, bad days. Good, bad days are what it is. And man, you got to have them. You got to focus on just getting something good out of your bad day. In this case, things went really, really bad. The old Josh before I started doing this write every day thing would have just not shown up. Would have just skipped today. Would be like, nope, not writing today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Instead, I took advantage of it. I took advantage of the scenario, and kind of used what benefit I had, which was just sitting basically in a waiting room to get some prose done. That's a win. Getting just a small win on a day like today is what's gonna basically make the difference right there in a lot of scenarios. So yeah, it was a good bad day. Fortunately, there ain't a whole lot of them. I will say, I think the amount of days that are really, really bad in the year, you maybe get, at least for me, I maybe get like one. I average maybe 12 a year. I'd say probably about one a month, basically on average. That's like absolutely terrible, like debilitating. Something happens like this, right? Like your tire blows out, throws your whole day, and your entire day is just thrown off. Which isn't even, grand scheme of things is not that big of a deal, but it throws everything off because, you got to cancel appointments, rearrange things with your day job. That bleeds over, and there's a whole bunch of confusion and chaos and all that stuff. So you get, you have a few basically spread out throughout the year that end up being like this. And a small win in a day like this is what matters. So, yeah. So I got a little bit of prose done. Felt good. Got a small win, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, closing in on 400 days of this.